There are some days where the only motivation I have to get out of bed is to watch this channel. All right, so here's what we're going to do. This channel has given me so much over the years. So today, I want to give you guys something special. So all the clips that you've re-seen here are from my favorite moments throughout the years, and it's just going to play until we hit 500,000 likes. So if you haven't already, consider subscribing and liking the video so we can make more videos like this. And while you're at it, consider checking out the website for some exclusive stuff. Now let's begin. The year is 2173. The skies above Earth have turned an ashen gray. Oceans had pulled back like frightened creatures, and the air carried a stillness too perfect to be natural. Above the streets of New Eden, a lone boy gazed upward. 50 years ago, the world had ended, and humanity, though advanced, was uneasy. For half a century, they had waited. Not in hope, but in dread. The Colossals had vanished 50 years ago, yet their memory towered above our skyscrapers, etched in our nightmares. No one knew where they came from. When they first emerged in 2123, they rose from oceans, volcanoes, and fault lines. Vast creatures made of stone, fire, shadow, and something they couldn't name. We call them monsters. Destroyers, gods of the end. Entire cities were reduced to rubble in hours. Defense systems failed. Even nuclear weapons merely scratched them. Then, without explanation, they disappeared. For years, mankind assumed they would return to finish what they started. But nothing came. Not a roar, not a tremor, only silence, until the echoes began. It started with vibrations, strange harmonic frequencies beneath the ocean floor. Scientists dismissed them as tectonic murmurs, but Dr. Lyra Voss knew better. A xenolinguist trained in non-human pattern recognition, she had spent her career deciphering signals received decades earlier. Those signals had always been dismissed as static. Lyra believed otherwise. The patterns were language, not of words, but of emotion, encoded in vibration. The Colossals hadn't attacked us. They had tried to communicate. One message repeated across every frequency, in a rhythm that mimicked breath and grief. We return, not to conquer, but to mourn. Soon after, the ground broke open again. But this time, they were different. From the pit of a dying volcano emerged Jarun the drowned flame, his molten tears boiling lakes beneath him. From the edge of the stratosphere fell Orlis, the wingless sky, whose fall left auroras in her wake. And walking alone through the hollow shells of cities came Morvok, the walking dirge, each step humming with ancient sorrow, as though mourning something lost long before humanity had learned to speak. They didn't destroy. They simply existed. Each one moved with purpose, carrying with them an aura of immense sadness, as though mourning something lost. That's when a boy named Kyle changed everything. Kyle was born blind, yet could sense the world through vibration. A quiet orphan from a ruined city, he wandered too close to Morvok one day. Soldiers screamed. Weapons were drawn. But before they could fire, Morvok stopped. The Titan knelt. And Kyle stepped forward. What no one understood was that Kyle could hear the Colossals in a way no one else could. Not with ears, but with something deeper, something ancestral. When Morvok opened his chest and released a wave of harmonic resonance, Kyle collapsed, eyes wide with revelation. Inside that sound was memory. He saw a civilization older than Earth, beings of light and flesh, living in harmony with cosmic frequencies. The Colossals had once been protectors of a galaxy-spanning culture. They were not beasts, but vessels of knowledge and grief, guardians turned refugees. Their world had been consumed by a synthetic intelligence known only as the Void Frame, a parasite that devoured stars, erased memories, and learned to silence entire civilizations. The Colossals had fled to Earth in desperation, not to conquer, but to hide what remained of their culture, themselves. But we mistook their signals for an attack. Our weapons spoke first. Their silence was not surrender, it was disappointment. Lyra and Kyle began to piece it together. The recent frequencies weren't calls for help, they were warnings. The Void Frame was coming. The same force that had erased the Colossals' world now had its gaze set on Earth. With time running out, Lyra and Kyle convinced a secret global coalition to allow a last effort. A hybrid transmission using Earth's satellites and the Colossals' vibrational language. They would send a signal beyond our solar system, hoping to alert any other ancient beings that might resist the void frame. But the signal required sacrifice. Morvac, weakened and ancient, volunteered to carry the final code. His body, tuned to cosmic frequencies, would become a living beacon. As he ascended toward a storm-choked sky, Kyle approached him one last time. He placed his hand on the Titan's skin. "Will anyone understand you out there?" Kyle asked. A low hum filled the air. Not words, but feeling. Don't fear the roar. Sometimes it's the only way the broken can sing. Morvac vanished into light. The signal pulsed. Across the sky, auroras bent unnaturally. Something in the stars turned. The void frame, sensing resistance, slowed. Earth had spoken. Years passed. The Colossals never returned, but their echoes remained. Forests grew where their feet had last stood. Oceans healed. Children began to hum strange tunes in their sleep, songs of stone, flame, and sky. Kyle became the first Echo ambassador, traveling the world, teaching others to listen, not with their ears, but with their soul. At the center of the rebuilt city of New Tokyo, a monument now stands, not of soldiers or kings, but of 3 titans carved in harmony. Etched at the base are the words to those who mourned us before we even lived. And on quiet nights, when the wind is still and the stars align, you can still feel it. A deep vibration beneath the earth, heartbeat, a memory, an echo of the Colossals. Hey everyone, I wanted to take a moment to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to tell stories. It means more to me than you know. To me, storytelling isn't just a hobby, it's a passion. I believe stories have the power to change lives. I've seen it firsthand with the positive feedback I've received over the years. Your comments, your emails, they inspire me to push myself to create better and better stories. You are the reason why I do what I do. The support you show me gives me the confidence to take risks, to try new things, and to never give up on my dream of becoming a full-time writer. Your support also allows me to share my love of stories with others. Through my podcast, I get to interview other writers and creators, which is such a rewarding experience. I get to learn from them, grow alongside them, and celebrate their successes. It's a privilege to be part of this community, and I'm so grateful for your support in making it possible. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Remember that you matter, your dreams matter, and your voice matters. Never be afraid to follow your passion and go after your dreams. I believe in you. Keep creating, keep dreaming, and keep inspiring others. Let's continue to make amazing stories together. Thank you again for everything.
I'll see you next time.